What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the week 13. It's 13, right, Bill?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Week 13 edition of Stay Cashin. We have been on fire with the Stay Cashin bets. On absolute fire. I told you, gave out 8 in a row free bets. Yesterday, I gave you Belmont minus 15 on here. I think they won by fucking 100. And we gave Taysom Hill rushing over. That hit. The Taysom Hill touchdown didn't hit, but I said I'm not putting that on the record, that plus 200. Just wanted to give it out as a stab. So that was close. Someone's got some music going.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, you're an idiot. You're fucking dumber than your stupid hat looks. So let's get to you, Bill, before we go to Hoffman. What is with this fucking traffic cone you have on your head right now?
No, it's my winter look.
No, there's got to be something. There's no way you can come on here looking this fucking ridiculous and say it's just your look.
I got my nice shirt on, my Manscaped shirt, and I have my nice Falcons hat. Falcons might make the playoffs, so I figured I'd wear my hat today.
But do you realize how ridiculous you look or no?
I think I look good.
You look horrible.
I look good.
Evan, how does he look?
You look great, Bill. I love it.
Thank you.
Who wears a hat that sits up that high?
Well, because when I put it down like this, like it's supposed to be, it's too hot.
When you go outside, you definitely have to put it on like that.
I mean, do you wear it like that outside? Like a fucking...
So it's right now, I mean, I can't do it because then I'd be hot. So
well, no, first of all, who buys a fucking winter hat with a pom-pom on the top? You're not 7.
Bro, what are you, nuts? Those are the fucking coolest hats in the world.
Yeah, for 8-year-olds.
My other one right here, I got my fan. I can switch it right in the middle right now. I'll
that
put this
one's
one
better.
on right now.
Yeah, FanDuel?
FanDuel. I got a whole bunch of them. So don't fucking, I got them all ready here.
But
Who wears those? I've never seen like anyone over the age of 9 or under the age of 90 wear that
those
hat.
are the coolest. Everybody has the fucking little ball on top. Those
Dude, that thing, you look like fucking the
Coneheads
show.
Yeah. It's the look I'm going for.
You look ridiculous.
that
They
hat
are
is
very
abnormally
popular
large.
in New York City, Bill. They are popular in New York City.
these hats are
Yeah, New York City, where it's nothing but trannies and fags. Of course it's popular there.
Tommy doesn't know the fashion. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, in New York City, it's popular. Everyone's fucking
doesn't
fingering
know.
each other's assholes in bathroom stalls. You'll
New
fit
York
in
City.
great
You go
over
to New
there.
York City, you get fucking killed. There's
Not
just
even there's no Americans left in New York City. What are you
some
talking
gang
about?
member was just running amok in New York City, killed some kid in fucking coming out of college, and he stabbed someone in the park. And he tried to rob somebody. He's in a fucking war zone over there.
That's where it'll look great. We'll do it all. You'll fit in perfect with all the
I
homeless
can't go
people.
to New York City. They'll try to rob my hat. What are you, nuts?
I was just
Oh,
there.
they will.
No, I was just there. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't going there.
I literally-
Hoffman's fucking 5'3", and he makes
I
it through
just
there.
got
Right.
from there 5 minutes ago.
People are getting stabbed. You're getting pushed onto the tracks over there. Fuck that.
Yeah, try to-
Hoffman, are you safe there because they see right over you and the bad guys don't see you?
No one's trying to push the little guy onto the track. They know better.
Yeah, because you're little and Jack too. Those are the most dangerous people.
Not me. I go
Fuck,
flying
kick off
right on
them.
those. I go flying right on the tracks.
Oh, they'd push you in a second. They'd be, look at this fucking stupid looking homeless guy with his cone on his head. Like, throw this guy. Fucking bury this guy right here. He's a Falcons fan. He's got nothing to live for anyway.
I mean, honestly, Bill, you can go sit on the corner and people will give you money if you look.
I'm
like that.
serious. I would give you $1. If you sat outside the Whole Foods right now, I would give you $1.
First of all, I don't care what you give me.
If you want to make $1, just try.
Hold on. I don't shop at Whole Foods.
I mean, it looks like you shop in the dumpster.
Tommy is a Whole Foods shopper. He's a fucking yuppie now that he moved to Yuppieville. Whole Foods.
I mean, Bill, if you're creative, you can make a lot of money. There's this girl on the west side. She has her dog, and her sign says, "My dog eats before me." She gets so much money from people.
Well, there's people
People
who
give
do that shit.
100s, 20s, 50s.
People do that and make a living out of that. In Vegas, I've seen them make a living out of panhandling.
Yeah. And by the way, but just so you know, I'll go in there. I have 5 of these Yankee hats. Every hat I buy 3 of. Just because I got a weird head. My head's long. I got like a long head, like fucking alien head. So I buy multiples because hats don't fit me that well.
Yeah, me too.
So like I'll buy
What
3 of
size
the
is your hat? What size is that?
I think like 7 and
No.
what's the one?
That's large, extra large. That one's done by
This is
size.
large, extra large. Yeah. But Yeah, I'm usually like right under the 7.5, like 7 3/8 or whatever that is. That's my hat size.
I like my hat tight. So
right. The problem is people don't realize that I have two issues with buying stuff. One is hats. They're a nightmare. I literally got to buy 10 for 2 to fit right. And then once you break it in and it starts to fit right, it takes you months to break in a new hat. It's like a new baseball glove. So I just keep the same 4 in rotation that I rock with. The Texas Tech, the blue Yankee hat, this one, and then I have another one. But the other thing is shirts, because I have broad shoulders, but I have, my arms aren't huge, but my shoulders don't match my arms. So I can't find shirts that fit right. So dress shirts and.
So I was going to say, even though the other day, the 4 deep shirt is comfortable, when it was on you, it was riding up. So like, see how
mine was fine. That's because you have no.
See how my shirt is normal here? Yours was like this. Yours
right,
was
because
like
I was sitting. I was sitting. It was bunched. Right.
Yeah. It was
because Mike gave me the wrong. That wasn't my size. Right. Mike gave me the large.
It was it was the wrong size.
Mike gave me all the wrong size.
Give it away and autograph it.
I was wearing. I have nothing but 2 XLs and larges, and then I'm an extra large.
I knew it right from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it literally was clinging to me down here.
Yeah,
like I felt like I was. Like,
it was folded over like here. You were going like.
I felt like I was wearing Hoffman's clothes. It was so tight. But that's the thing. My lats and my shoulders are good, but my arms aren't. So when I buy T-shirts, I don't like anything that doesn't cling to my arm. So that and hats. This is a problem, girls. Any of the ladies out there. It's a problem guys have. Hats. Hats is a major problem that no one knows about. I've had hats that I've worn for 15 years and won't let them die. That Texas Tech hat is like fucking falling apart at the seams. I won't let it die.
That's character.
Yeah. Now you, Hoff, you got probably a normal head where you could just take. Hoffman seems like he could just go take a hat from a store, put it on and walk in.
I usually don't wear a hat. This is my only hat.
I feel like you could just walk into a store, take a hat, put it on, and walk out, and you look.
No, it doesn't work for me like that. It's weird. I have
a weird head too.
It doesn't like look right. Like
yeah. Bill, what about you? You got a fucking pretty normal head. You got that.
I like mine tighter, so I wear like between like a medium. Sometimes I could wear a small if I want it really tight to my head. And then with those, you can't and I can't wear the ones that are like 7 1/8 or 7 or 6 and whatever. Because they're too tall. Like they get.
Yeah. I could see you having a problem with things being too tall on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exhibit A.
That seems like a major concern of yours, judging by the fucking lamp you have on your head right now.
Dude, this is cool though.
Like you seem like someone really.
Evan, this motherfucker just said they're too tall.
Yeah, but these are. This is cool.
There's definitely like a water bottle in that hat right now.
If you were at a sporting event game and I was sitting behind Bill, I wouldn't be able to see.
Be pissed.
That's literally if Bill laid down and just put his head up, it would be higher than you. If he just laid on the ground,
this guy in front of me with his fucking hat.
God, it's like he's hiding a bong in there or something. You're an idiot.
It's cool.
All right, I just had the music off there.
You'll see next week. Now that everyone sees him on Stay Cashin, you're walking around your little area, and everyone's gonna be wearing them.
All right, we saw my Let's Fuck shirts flop. Let's see if we make some fucking super high Bill Rupp fucking snow caps. Let's see how those fucking things with a pom pom with fucking.
Those are actually gaining traction. The Let's Fuck shirts. People are starting to buy them a little.
They are.
Yeah, to wash their cars with.
So all right. So before we get into the bets, we're gonna have the free college basketball bets, free NBA bets. Healy's gonna pop on for a couple minutes. He's in a bad service area, but he's gonna pop on and join us. Nikos has been fired, as you guys can probably realize by Hoffman being on again today. Yesterday was kind of a transition show where we wanted Nikos and Hoffman to be here at the same time, and now Nikos is out, so he's done. He's fired. He's no longer with the company. So he'll text us for NHL bets, and then maybe we can fire him tomorrow.
He's in the chat.
Is he in the chat? Fuck.
He's saying that he's sick, but everybody knows what happened.
No, we're just sick of him working here.
Yeah.
So we got rid of him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just didn't tell him yet. So I guess now you know, Ghost, you're fired. Free NFL bets. We're going to go through that. And then we got the MMA guy coming in hot and sideways for the last 10 minutes of the show. He'll come sliding in, giving us picks up his ear and up his fucking nose. So we'll take bets on what will be wrong with Constantino today as he comes on the show. But I want to start off with an ESPN rant. Hoffman, do you watch First Take at all or any of those ESPN shows?
It's like background noise in the morning for me, so yeah.
Bill? But what are you doing?
Yes.
He's nodding yes.
What did you just took your? Is that a remote in your hand? Did you just like decide to take the next 5 minutes off and watch a fucking movie? Like, what are you doing?
Phone in case I have to look something up real fast. And I'm
just fucking. Why don't you lay on the couch and go to sleep? Take a nap for 8 minutes until I'm done.
I can.
No, Jesus Christ. Go get your dog. Go get your fucking beautiful pit. And go on the street corner and go make some fucking money for the company. Go sit there with a fucking 4-deep cup and make some money for your bets. So anyway, Bill, I know Hoffman, I'm like you. So everyone goes to me, Tommy, why do you watch ESPN? I don't. I watch Van Pelt. Van Pelt's my favorite show on ESPN. Scott Van Pelt's amazing. Every other show sucks. But what happens is I usually have ESPN on. I have a process. I'm in the Discord. I watch Scott Van Pelt. I keep the volume on low. And then I just turn the volume off. I'm just basically watching highlights through the rest of the night, right? Like it just goes through. And then I usually turn the TV off and I put Netflix on my laptop. And that's how I fall asleep. While I just finish clickbait, I'll watch the shows. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm usually dead asleep at like 9:45, 10. And I usually just wake up and click the TV on. And the first thing that comes up is ESPN because I was watching Van Pelt the night before. And in seconds, Stephen A. Smith, that fucking stupid, most annoying fucking garbage person, Molly Karam Rose, and fucking Ryan Clark or whoever the fuck is on there, says something in the first minute it takes 60 seconds to piss me the fuck off. And then I end up sitting there, hate watching it and fucking tweeting about it for the next fucking half hour. So today's thing, they're back on the fucking vaccine thing. Everyone's selfish in the NFL and all the sports who didn't get the vaccine. You're not a team player. Meanwhile, what they're doing is they know they're going to survive COVID and they don't know if they're going to survive the vaccine. They have a right to fucking decline that, considering Johnson & Johnson itself said they're not releasing the data on everything that's happening with the vaccine for 55 fucking years. And you spread it exactly the same, whether you got the vaccine or not. And there's been soccer players dropping dead every 2 days all over the place from heart attacks. And studies are coming out saying that the vaccine has a slight increase to heart problems. So basically what these athletes are saying is, listen, I don't want to get the fucking thing. It's my choice. I'm not spreading it to you more if I don't. I'm more worried about the side effects of this new experimental drug than I am from COVID itself. They're in their right to do that. They have a fair statement to do that. If Bill wants to make the argument that they should be forthright and they should tell the truth if they didn't get the vaccine, and Antonio Brown shouldn't have lied and Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have lied, that's fine. That's okay. We can have that debate, but their right to choose whether they get it or not is not in play. And every fucking time they bring this up, the whole cast of idiots comes out and starts going, yeah, they're selfish. And then that fucking whore, Molly Karam Rose, oh, yeah, they're selfish. They're selfish, tries to fucking talk. And then Ryan Clark comes on, who's pretty bearable most of the time. But except when it comes to race, he comes on, Bill, and his first words about LSU and their hire, and we're going to talk about Brian Kelly with this, is LSU, because he's an LSU guy. LSU, he speaks there. He's one of the leaders. LSU goes and hires another old white guy. Right? That's how he starts it. He refers to Brian Kelly, one of the most successful college football coaches in the history of college football, as an old white guy. Doesn't say Brian, doesn't even say his name. What would happen if I went, yeah, I was watching the Steelers this weekend and that old black guy made a bad decision on 4th and 1 about Tomlin? What would happen? Right? So that's disrespectful as fuck to just say LSU hired another old white guy, especially since 30 seconds later, he goes, this isn't about race. Well, if it's not about race, why did you refer to Brian Kelly as an old white guy? Aren't you inherently making it about race when you bring up the coach's race as you're talking about him, Bill?
I mean, I listen, I don't know. I just thought the whole Brian Kelly interview was insane. So
the interview is retarded. We're going to get to that in a second.
My mind's been all over that. But
are you being racist if you're saying they hired another old white guy? And then 20 seconds later say this isn't about race. They should have hired the black guy.
Yeah, but you know that's how that stupid woman and that show is. So, I mean, it's been like that from the beginning. So it doesn't get me upset anymore. And you continue to watch it.
I hate watching it, though. I admit that.
And you continue to argue about it when that's just how they are. They say the same things over and over, and that's how they go.
Yeah, Ghost just said he's happy he's not on this show. Trust me, Ghost. So are fucking
during
200 people.
Listen, the show is ridiculous, but I think the addition of JJ Redick is going to help them because he went at them. He went at Stephen A. and one of the other guys like last week about something, and he was really aggressive at them.
Yeah, and you know who's good? There's 3 people on there are good. Tim Tebow, JJ Redick should be good, and Jason Williams. Jason Williams actually goes at his head, especially about the vaccine stuff. So he at least brings a counterpoint on, and so it's not an echo chamber. Tim Tebow always plays the well, listen, everyone has a right to choose. Let's not judge people. Let's be fair. He's always the fucking Hail Jesus, moment where he tries to be the mediator. Everyone be nice to people, which is fine. And I'm interested to see JJ Redick because JJ Redick is pretty outspoken and has a pretty good podcast. So he's comfortable in debates.
He's smart.
He's comfortable in debates. So he should be able to hang. But anytime anyone with the fucking slightest sense of knowledge goes in there and talks to Stephen A., he gets fucking skull fucked. Like he can only talk in an echo chamber to Michael Irvin and Kendrick Perkins and people like that. Once someone, Jason Williams, JJ Redick, or even Orlovsky, as long as it's not about the vaccine shit, when they're talking about football, he just gets killed. So I'm interested to see how JJ Redick does that.
Yeah, if you're educated, he does have.
If you have any knowledge of anything you're talking about, he's dead because he's just loud and forceful. He has no content behind it. But Bill, I know you wanted to talk about Brian Kelly for a second before we get to the bets. Brian Kelly, all of a sudden, the old white guy that LSU hired, we'll refer to him as from now on. The old white guy all of a sudden has a Southern accent.
Yeah, he's all of a sudden from the South. I mean, he's just during the interview, he just turned into a Southern speaking guy. Like, thank y'all, my family, y'all's here. My cousin Cletus in the stands. I'm like, what the fuck?
When he started off with thank you, I'd like to thank y'all. I was like, oh,
what the fuck? When the fuck did he become from the South?
Yeah, it sounded like fucking rage fueled all of a sudden.
Bro, it's like when people are around certain people, like if you're hanging around like a group of like all like black people and you're the only white guy, you start to break out your
you try to break out your little hood. Right.
Yeah, you put your hat a little sideways.
I mean, I do that too. Like I think everyone does that where you try to be a little bit of a chameleon to the people you're talking to.
He was just full.
He just went full fucking Like listen, if I'm hanging out in the Bronx after a Yankee game and I'm the only white guy in the bar, it's going to be a little more like, yo, what you want? It's not going to be what do you want? It's going to be what you want. But that's just, you're chameleoning. If I'm speaking to my girlfriend's parents and they're, billionaire bankers, I'm going to be like, hey, what would you like? I'm going to change that a little bit for this scene. He just literally walked out and was like, how you doing, y'all? I'm the new coach over here at LSU. I can't wait to play with y'all. Like,
the biggest person who does that the most and who does it all the time is Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon's the worst.
He's done it from the beginning. So, like, when he's on that Masked Singer, he's white.
The whitest person in America.
The book, perfect speech. Then when he's on that
Wildin' Out.
Show that Wildin' Out, he's just totally hood to the max. And now he has a talk show where he mixes in some of the hood, depending on what the guest is, and then some of the white boy voice, depending on the guest. So if it's like a white actor, he speaks to him like that. But if it's like Jay-Z or someone, yo, my boy, what's
up, homie? You know how we grew up, dog? You know how we grew up, dog? Shut up, stupid.
Totally that.
You didn't grow up like that, you fucking cuck.
Well, that he's like to that.
He's the worst. There's a lot. It happens with Stephen A. and all them too. When he gets certain guests on, you'll see him just change his talk track. Like Stephen A's all of a sudden like gangster at times. Like, when we grew up in the hood, in the hood when we like you didn't.
Brian Kelly did it to the max yesterday, and Nick Cannon does it to the max all the time.
Night Ghost, it makes sense you would love Wildin' Out because
that's Ghost's favorite show.
Oh my god,
favorite show, Wildin' Out.
This show is way better with Night Ghost in the chat. He's better typer than he is speaker. So I think that's the new thing. Night Ghost, you're hired back.
Well, because we don't got to ask him what'd you say?
Yeah, we don't have to keep saying, huh? What? And then we don't have to see him get angry and go, you know what? This is never mind. You're stupid. I'm not even doing this.
Let's just talk about the Devils.
Yeah, no, change topics. I'm not talking about this. Yeah, with that breath, that deep breath that he takes. Bring me Healy.
And he's gone.
All right. Fuck him. He's fired too.
Forget about Healy.
Yeah. So
he might be watching. He could be watching and waiting for his time. But
okay, he's hired again. All right. Are you back?
I didn't even know Healy still worked here.
Ready for it? He's on vacation, Bill. We have to back the Brinks truck up for him.
How many vacations does he fucking get?
I mean, listen, he's the talent. He's the star.
I haven't had a day off in fucking 2.5 years.
I mean, look home. You're easily replaceable. He's not.
He got 52 weeks of vacation in his contract.
Yeah, basically.
And he's taking every day.
I mean, listen, he's the talent. Look at you. Maybe look different. And I would just be like, oh, Bill I mean, listen, you do look like you. We need to back the Brinks truck up for you right now. Unfortunately, I've seen your retirement account.
Well,
so
I need a fucking raise.
I've seen your retirement account. You don't need a raise. You're good. You want to brag about owning? Want to brag about owning 7-Elevens and 4 cars and all that shit? Great. Yeah, good. Yeah, then that's it. You should come on looking like this more. I want to give you money right now.
I own nothing.
I literally, if I could stick money through this computer right now,
Venmo me right now.
I don't think come on. You don't look like you have electronics.
Venmo. There he is.
Who's this coming in hot and sideways?
Who's that? Constantino?
Is that?
Am I on?
Yeah, you look like Constantino. You're sideways. There you go. Look at you. Look at this guy, Bill.
Go jump in that pond.
It's a goddamn river, Bill.
Can you jump in it? Have you jumped in it?
Fucking freezing.
I mean, it'd be good for the ratings.
I'm not jumping in there. Fuck that. That's like Bill Rupp level shit. I don't do that shit.
Doesn't Bill look like he would jump in that pond just to bathe tonight?
Yeah, with that hat on.
Doesn't he look stupid?
A little bit.
This hat is cool. That is cool.
Healy, how do you feel about the like count right now? I don't know if you could see it, but we're at 98 only.
Oh, see what happens. I go away for a couple days, and people get even lazier than before.
They're lazy fucks. They just don't want to fucking cooperate. It's like when daddy's away, they're like, I guess me and Bill are the moms. We're like lesbian mothers then. We can't fucking control anything.
That's right.
We need the cop in here. So Healy, how you doing? What'd you think of the game last night?
I didn't see any of the game last night. I saw the final score. Did I miss a good one?
No, you missed absolutely nothing. Every game sucks.
Par for the course.
Yeah, every game sucks. I think I broke even on the game, maybe made a little bit, but it was Taysom Hill rushed for like 101 yards, but they didn't start running with him until like the second half for some reason. He threw about 17 interceptions. And Dallas still was only up 7 the whole game with Taysom Hill throwing an interception every third play. So what I got out of it was Dallas sucks. I'm done with this. Pollard looked 20 times better than Zeke. So I'm going to take my victory lap now when everyone shit on me, including you, Bill Rupp. I fucking see you over there telling me that I'm nuts to think Pollard's better than Zeke. And Pollard is far superior. I mean, the Saints are pretty much done since Jameis went out. Unfortunately, I think they would have been fine. And that's really all you missed. CeeDee Lamb did fine. And that's it. Nothing really fucking happened. There was 2 touchdowns. And we got fucked on the fucking halftime draw again because we were fucking 10-7 and fucking Taysom Hill threw an interception in field goal range at the end of the half. There's your recap.
You hit that last Island game, didn't you?
We did. We deserved like 5 more, but we got fucked again last night, so it offset the last Island.
You need Bill not to play it. That's the only way you're going to hit it again.
We need Bill to die. Just fucking drop. That vaccine will get him soon. I'm just banking on it. I think he's got another few months before that vaccine gets him. So let's go right. I don't know how much time we got with you here. Like, probably only a few minutes before you get back to fucking like riding white horses through the fucking farmlands or whatever the king is doing on this glorious weekend. But you get into whatever you'd like to get into while we have you here.
Yeah, I just got one NBA play for tonight. So from the Atlanta Hawks, I really like Kevin Huerter over 12.5 points. You're currently catching that at plus 100, which is a fantastic bet in my opinion. They're really, really thin on the wings. Reddish is out. Bogdanovich looks like he's going to be out. Hunter's already out. So they're just down so many bodies on the wings. So Huerter should be in line for really significant minutes here. In a matchup where Trae Young's going to guard all the attention from any of the better Philly defenders, and Herter's going to be left alone. I'm even playing him at 15 plus points at plus 175, and even taking a small stab at 20 plus points at plus 700 tonight. So I really like Herter, obviously at 12.5. I think that's the gimme bet, but I'm going to take some stabs at those plus monies as well.
So I mean,
I got him at points, rebounds, and assists at 19.5 too, Ely.
Oh, he's going to do that at points alone, Bill. I love it.
Yeah, when they don't play, he's at 24, 34, 21, and 25. And now Reddish is out too, so I had that before. I think that's a lock.
Yeah, I mean, Haley, this sounds like this is one of your favorite props of the year. Then just listening to it.
Yeah, I mean the 12.5 for sure. That'll be one of my larger bets this whole year, and then obviously it's just scale into those other ones like we do with the strikeout props and stuff like that with pitchers. So
yeah. So what quarter do you think he gets hurt in? The second or third?
Don't say that. Can't have any more of that stuff go down. So
yeah,
I mean, hopefully it's the second quarter, but he already has 20 points at that point. I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering when he's going to pick up his third foul in the second quarter or turn an ankle in the first. So we'll see. But I mean, I'm all in on it. I'm going to scale into it now. So I just wrote it down. When I write it down, that means we're scaling in. Anything else you wanted to touch on, Healy? Whether it's this weekend football. I don't know if you've had a chance to get into that, being that you've been being fanned with grapes over your face by fucking Arabian women by a lake or whatever the fuck you're doing over there. But what is the king looking at for the weekend?
Yeah, now I'll be into football tonight and tomorrow, so actually a little behind on that, but I'll be posting those for the subs probably tomorrow morning.
Okay, cool. And how do you have a tan in the winter?
Fucking vacation all the time.
Yeah, but where like how do you get a tan right now? You just said it's free. You're wearing fucking 6 layers and you're in front of a lake.
I think his face is red because it's cold.
Is that what it is?
It was supposed to be cold here. It's fucking 60 degrees right now.
Yeah. So are you just? I don't understand. It's either got to be cold or tan. Which is it?
It's tan. I'm Italian. I mean, you just have tan. Natural.
You were fucking white as a ghost like a week ago.
Different camera. What can I say?
You got the tan filter on. All right, Haley, get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys. Good luck.
I love you. Bye. All right. That was interesting. Healy came in hot and sideways. That's never happened. He's from an undisclosed location, so we'll allow it. But that was fun. Healy coming in hot and sideways. Ghost is very active in the chat, by the way, guys. He's very active. He said he looks like he's looking for Brian Laundry, and he spelt laundry the way my laundry is being done by the cleaning lady at this second. Patented Ghost. He just wrote FBI investigator. We don't know what that means. He looks like Kyle Chandler, Ghost wrote. Please, Evan, keep your eye on this Night Ghost character in the chat. He seems to be spamming the chat.
I'll put him in timeout.
Yeah, I might have to put him in timeout soon. And then the one thing he said that I thought was funny was Rackets, Bill's co-host, said Bill's hat is cooler than the other 3 on the show combined because Rackets has to suck Bill's dick because they do a show together at 5:30 on the site. But then Night Ghost actually commented, I wouldn't be surprised if Rackets is in Bill's hat. Bill, are you hiding Joey Rackets in your hat?
I am not.
Okay. So Night Ghost is actually funnier in the chat than he is on the show. He said Healy looks like a wise guy posing for a photo shoot. And that's pretty funny. He did with the fucking angle that he was at.
He did.
Do I say love you to Bill after a phone call? Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. We do some weird things. We get weird sometimes. You never know. Depends on our mood. So let's go into some little NBA here for the Bill Rupp. Bill, do you have any NBA that you like? Or Hoffman, do you have any NBA that you like, being that I hate the sport, so I leave it to you guys to do it?
Yeah. I love a lot tonight. I'm on fire in NBA props.
What's your record, Bill?
32-21.
Let's go.
3 for 3 again last night.
Let's go.
There's probably not anyone in the business hitting at like this at right now.
Okay.
Putting a lot of time into them.
You saying you're the best that ever did it?
Possibly.
All right.
I'm also on Herter, but I like the points, rebounds, and assists. So I have that. Another one I'll give right now is which one? I don't know if I guess I'll give Harden. James Harden, double-double. and the Nets to win tonight. I think that's a great one. I think the Nets kill them. The only thing that might be scary is if the T-Wolves have everybody out, so keep an eye on that. So I only bet it for a unit right now. If the T-Wolves don't play a lot of their players, it could get really ugly really fast, and then the Nets, just cruise to an easy victory. So keep an eye out on who's playing in that game. But as of right now, I am on that bet. Double-double for Harden and the Nets to win.
Okay, so double Harden and Nets to win parlay. Bill, just remind me we got college football tonight too, and I want to give a play or two for tomorrow. I forgot to put that on the list there. I don't know if you did. I forgot.
I got college football too.
All right, just remind me of that. Hoff, anything in the NBA hardwood that you're liking today?
I might bet the Warriors tonight to end the Suns' winning streak. Booker's out. It's on ESPN. The Warriors are home. He played him.
Harden. Curry couldn't have a worse game than he had the other day.
Yeah,
no, he literally was the worst shooting game of his entire career, where he took over 20 shots.
So I think he bounces back tonight. I have that as in one of my plays also. But I think he kills it tonight. And another great one I gave the subs too. You guys got to sign up for it.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, if you are going to sign up, this is the last weekend for the whole 2022 promo. This is for subscribers and for new people. So make sure you get in there. I'll get to you right now, App. Make sure you get in there. VIP 55, whole year 2022. Oh, you were going to put the thing up? You can put the thing up. Say I'm with you. Same wavelength. So VIP 55, it's on the website, 4deepbets.com. We've sold a bunch of them. Like, we blew them out last weekend. Like, it was fucking crazy. We were all like on the phone, like, Jesus Christ, people like us that much. But all of 2022, that's every sport. You could do DFS and gambling. That's all of it. You're getting the whole entire website for betting or for DFS or for both if you do the combo package. And let me go move over here and get out of the way. If you do the combo package, and you'll see it right here. Okay. So we have all of it. This is the 2022 VIP special. You will get the whole thing. Ridiculous price. 55% off. We will be doing a New Year's promo for those of you that want to wait. It won't be this. It will not be this big.
How are you going to afford to pay me?
I don't have to pay you. The fucking subs will, because we're going to win them all the money, and then they can give you tips, like on your fucking street corner. No. All they need to do is go buy this fucking beautiful package right here that we're sitting on, and then they can just buy this thing right here, and then they can go get in on it. So 55% off. You can see on there, if you read the little fine print that's wiggled in here, you can see you're getting a $50 site credit. You're getting free T-shirts, VIP access, your name in gold. You're getting all kinds of shit.
You get a Let's Fuck shirt.
You get a Let's Fuck shirt. I'll fuck a girl on the Let's Fuck shirt, and then send you the semen-filled shirt if you buy this wonderful package right here. Okay? So just get in there, 4deepbets.com, VIP 55, buy the package, and now I'm going to push it out of the way, E. So as I push, I want you to move it. All right? So we're going to get this out of here. All right. 4dbets.com. Go in there and get it. Plus, if you wanted to do a daily or weekly package, VIP 40 is still available. So if you wanted to come in and try it for 7 days before upgrading on Monday, you can come in and do that, and we'll count your upgrade towards it. I just want to watch on the video and see if
it wasn't perfectly executed, but we got to work on it.
Slower?
A little slower.
Actually, it was pretty good. I just watched the replay.
It was good. That was good. That was great. I thought it went great.
It was actually pretty good.
I thought that went great. All right, let's get back to the free bets now. Where were we? We did NBA. We're going to do some college football. Do you want to do college basketball bets right now?
Sure, we can do that.
All right, cool. Let's do that. So college basketball, yesterday I gave you guys Belmont minus 15. I think they won by like 300. I don't know. They were up by 25 at the half. What did they win by, Hoffman?
Some over 20, I think.
Yeah, they covered easily. I'm really good at this. And then we're going to go today. There's not that much that's exciting me, Hoff. We do have the Kansas St. John's game. I know you were looking into that. You may be looking into the Texas game too. You know me, I like to bet these little fucking stupid tiny schools. That's where I make my bread. But scrolling through it, there's a lot of games. Purdue versus Iowa is another big one that's coming up. So what are you looking at? Any of these marquee games that you have a lean on, Huff?
I might take Purdue minus 12. I'm still looking at it, but they're a beast.
They're so good.
And Iowa plays so slow, and they're not athletic. Like this team might just sprint past them.
Yeah, I could easily see that happening. That's one that I'm looking at. We'll have official plays on these on the website. Kansas St. John's. What are you thinking on that one?
I like Kansas, but one of my friends who I talked to about college basketball likes St. John's, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like going against St. John's when they're in New York.
I know the only thing.
Yeah, so I'm a little torn on that. The two plays I do like right now that are jumping off for me. So I'll give you two on the show here. Two free bets for you. I think I moved to 10-0 yesterday. I got to go back and rewatch the show. I know it was Taysom Hill over rushing. I said the touchdown one to bet it. I'm not counting that as my official play for the record. And Belmont won. So I think that was it. I don't think I give another one. But either way, I'm going to give you New Orleans. So I want you guys to go in there and bet New Orleans in college basketball. Yes, they have a college basketball team. I'm getting 11 with them. They're plus 11 minus 112. I'm fine if you got 10 or 10.5, depending on the book you're looking at against Louisiana. I think they keep this game close. I would say I don't think they win, but I think they lose this game by 4 or 5. So I'm going to say New Orleans loses by 5, and we're going to get double digits on this one. So I think that's a good one. The other one I like here is Charleston. Okay, these are big name schools, guys. Schools you're really going to know a lot about. Charleston's playing Furman. Charleston's actually looked very good this year. A team we bet on a couple times already and have won money on. Charleston getting 8 in this game is too much. Furman's a very good team, but the 8's too high. This should be 4 or 5. So I think we got a few points in value here. And this game, I think there's a slim chance that Charleston wins. So I'm going to say New Orleans loses by 5, Charleston loses by 3, and we're going to win both those games. So those are my college basketball bets for today. For tomorrow, I got a bunch. We know me and Hoffman love Wednesdays and Saturdays. So we did the Wednesday show Wednesday night. That went bananas. We're up till 9 a.m, fucking talking conspiracy theories and shit. A lot of big games starting with Villanova and Memphis and Seton Hall and a bunch of ranked teams at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Wisconsin's playing at 12. So we got a lot of good action on Saturday. I already have 5 bets I love for Saturday. But you got to sign up for deepbets.com. Go in there, 7-day, 30-day, or buy the rest of 2022. You're getting all of December free with that. You get the rest of this year free if you buy that VIP 55 that I just pushed out of here before. So that's the college basketball. Hoffman. We
can't bet it, but I kind of like Monmouth tonight.
Monmouth?
All right. Yeah, they're not bad. I think they're -2, but I would just take them on the money line.
All right, Monmouth minus 120 or something, 130, whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. All right, so we'll throw that out there too. All right, let's get to college football. Bill Rupp, let me tag you back in.
Yes?
College football.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to know what you like in college football.
Georgia.
Bill, fucking speak like a human being and give some plays out.
Georgia, bet them hard, bet them heavy, bet them often. No, I love Georgia. We have them in a lot of plays. Hoffman has an open play with them. I have an open play with them. We took them straight. I do think Alabama will be ready for Georgia. So I don't think it's going to be a straight blowout. But Georgia grinds you. So I think it'll be close in the first half. Everyone's going to get all worried. And then Georgia comes out in the second half and just scores a touchdown, gets a turnover, scores a touchdown. But I think Alabama will be ready. I like the under more and more. I'm looking at this game. I like the under. I think Saban is good enough to just keep this game at a slow pace. I think the defense will show up for Alabama. But I just don't think their offense is good enough. And Georgia has a better than average offense to get things done. Their defense is NFL. We all know that. I think they'll just grind it out. And they should win by 14. But I think I would take the under. And I like Georgia a lot. So they'll be in every one of my plays. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the college football playoff, though. Well, I'm also going to do a parlay with Georgia, Cincy, and Michigan, plus 110. I like all 3 of them. All 3 of them should win. Cincy's going to win. Michigan's going to win. But Cincy might be out. Even if they sweep the board, they win the fucking thing, and they might put, a different team in there. They don't want Cincy in. These guys, I've been hearing more and more, they don't want Cincy in.
I mean, Oklahoma State with a win over Baylor probably jumps them.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, I think, might get in.
Oklahoma State should jump them.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be a question. Mm-hmm. If Oklahoma State played Cincinnati tomorrow on a neutral field, Oklahoma State's a 10-point favorite, 7-point favorite.
How do you not put Cincy in? I mean,
because they play nobody. They played nobody but Notre Dame.
They're already in, and now you take them out after winning.
That's what happened, dude. You're not in. Like, that is not like, listen, if you're in the top 4, you could still come out even if you don't lose. If teams below you, look at Michigan. Michigan just jumped them, right? They didn't just get in.
Okay, so what
get in and move everyone up? They jumped them.
What happens when Alabama loses? So you'll have a 2-loss Alabama team. So now Alabama's out?
Alabama probably staying.
So you put in, you take out a Cincy team who won their conference, 0 losses on the year, and keep Alabama in.
Yeah. Because the bottom line is fucking teams like Oklahoma State have beaten Kansas State. They've beaten fucking Oklahoma. They're beat Baylor already. If they beat Baylor again, that's like, when you look at it, I'm looking at it as right now, Cincinnati is here. If you grade out their whole schedule, that's why they always say the teams you played, you want them to win because their schedule gets higher, right? So it's a weighted system. It's not just you're in and you fall out. Right now, I have Cincinnati here and Oklahoma State right here. So I believe Cincinnati should be in. The second Oklahoma State beats Baylor, that gives them enough strength of schedule and win points where I move them to here. It's not moving that. It's just how it works. If Cincinnati, if
I get that, but now what does Alabama do on a loss?
I have Alabama locked in. They're already there. Like, the SEC teams can lose too. I mean, I know it's hard, but hopefully Houston beats Cincinnati and we can just get them out of the equation.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
The problem is this: everyone arguing for Cincinnati, and Bill, I know you want Cincinnati in. You think they should be in there and they deserve it because they went undefeated. I get it. But you also agree with me that they're probably the 9th best team in college football.
No, I don't think it's going to be a good game. I just
think
no one deserves to be there.
Everyone arguing that they deserve to be in is also saying they suck.
Yes.
So it's like, they don't
suck. They don't suck, but they're not a top 4. No.
Bill, they needed to beat the teams that they played. If you're going to play a shitty schedule, you need to stomp those teams. They needed to stomp these teams. You can't
listen, I get it.
And here's the thing. You can't beat Navy by 7 and Tulsa by 8 and have these wins where you're just skeeting by on shitty teams. You got to beat these teams 60-7. You can't beat them 28-21 and 31-12. Like, you got to go out and stomp like they did to SMU.
What I think is going to be a big it's just how it's going to go. Georgia, Cincy, and Michigan are all going to win. Alabama's going to lose, and it's going to be up to that Tuesday for that selection show to choose who gets in and who gets out. I mean, it's going to be a great thing to watch.
Based on how they've been working the simulation and rigging sports of late, I'm fairly certain Houston's just going to upset Cincinnati, and then
I don't think so.
Do you think the outcome of the Georgia-Alabama game will matter? Like, what if Georgia just goes out there and stomps them?
I mean, I think if they kill them, that could, if it's 41-7, that could knock them out. But if that game's 28-21 or something, I think they're fine.
Because if I'm sitting on the committee, none of these teams can beat Georgia except Alabama. Like, if you're being realistic.
I mean, Michigan, Ohio State may be able to give them a game.
Yeah, but do they?
But Ohio State's out.
Ohio State's done.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those are the only other 2 teams I can think of.
Oklahoma State, they're done. They're mathematically out.
I know, but what I'm saying is that if they.
No, I understand that.
I think they're the 2nd best team in the country. I think Michigan just had an out-of-body experience and great conditions, and we're at home. I think if they play on a neutral site again tomorrow in normal weather, because Michigan's a run-based team, and Ohio State likes to throw the ball. So that everything kind of lined up perfect for Michigan, but they went in and did the job, so they deserve to be in there. But I think on a neutral field,
ran the ball right down their throat.
Yeah, the line would be lowest on a neutral field with Ohio State versus them, but they're gone. So,
before we get off of Georgia, you had them to win it all, right? What was the line? You got a good line on it.
Minus 125, double max bet. We put like 10 units on that fucking bet.
So right now, FanDuel has Georgia.
It was a month ago, by the way.
Yeah. So right now they're minus 230 to win it all. 230, 240. FanDuel has Georgia to go undefeated and win the national championship minus 130.
There you go.
So
You're basically just parlaying their win this week.
You're just saying that they beat Alabama, which that'll be undefeated, and then they can't lose again because if they lose, that's it. They're over anyway. So you're getting the national championship bet, which Tommy already put out, Georgia money line, which we want to bet now, and you're getting that for -130. Hit that line. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're basically just parlaying Georgia this weekend with the title. That's all it is. Yeah,
I love that bet. FanDuel is giving that out at -130. Yeah. I think that's insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Another game I love is from the MAC. The MAC championship, Kent State versus Northern Illinois. The game, I think they scored almost 100 points last time they played. Mm-hmm. I like Kent State. I'll take the -168. I love their team total over. I think it goes through the roof. And FanDuel has a special of, where was it? Kent State to score the most points on Saturday in the championship games, +350. So Kent State to score the most points, +350. I think that game could be 50, 40 something. They're going to score them. I love them to score the most points. I love them to win. And I think that's a great bet at +350.
Yeah. I'm on the only team I think can challenge you to make you lose in that. I'm also on Kent State. I like Kent State a lot. I think I'm going to have a bet on every single college football game tomorrow. Like, I love all of them. I literally have strong plays on 70% of the board. And I have some light plays on the others, which maybe we'll tie into teasers and shit. By the way, one way you can get to that Alabama-Georgia game, and what me and Bill kind of agree on there, you could also tease Georgia to even under 55.5. That's a way to get a piece of that under, and Georgia, if you did want to play it that way, you could basically get Georgia just to win the game and then under 55.5. So it's one thing to look at for Bill's bet. I see him nodding, so obviously he likes it too. I do like Kent State with Bill. There's 2 games tonight, so I'm going to leave the card tomorrow for the subscribers. But for tonight, for the free bet, the one team I think can challenge Kent State on Bill's +350 prop is Western Kentucky. I think UTSA is a fraud. I think they're a joke. We bet them last week heavy, and we said they can get knocked off. I think they're going to lose. UTSA is crap. They're Cincinnati. They're a dollar store Cincinnati. They were just overrated because they were undefeated. They're not very good. They're not that good at all, and they've been waning at the end of the year. Western Kentucky is favored over UTSA, who was just ranked last week, laying about -155. Some places it's 165. I don't know if you guys see anything less than 155 on Western Kentucky. I'm not taking the points. I'm laying the fucking money line on this. I'm scaling into that. So I'm going to be on Western Kentucky tonight. I'll give you my other play. What's up?
That game's not included in the highest points because it's tonight.
Okay. All right. So then you're good. Yeah, because I think Western Kentucky throws up a 50 spot today or 40 spot.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. So that helps your bet. That makes me like your bet even more. And I'll give you the other game tonight too, since I'm leaving the whole card for tomorrow to the subscribers. I also like Utah tonight. So Utah laying 140. So I'm gonna be laying the 150 and change on Western Kentucky. I'm gonna be laying the 140 on Utah. Those are the 2 college football bets for today. Put those in. When you win, take that money. Sign up at 4deepbets.com. It's we're the fucking best, and it's not even close. All right, let's get to the next topic here before we bring Constantino in. NFL Week 13 bets. What do we like? Bill, start with you.
For some reason, there aren't props up for hardly any games.
I don't know why. I saw it this morning.
I went through it. I went through a lot of the games. I'd go right to what I usually like. Deebo Samuel's out this week. So looked at that. There's no props for that game to do all. There's only touchdowns. There's touchdowns only for the games. I mean, you got Jonathan Taylor -350 to -400 on sites for a touchdown.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Just do the way that you could do that one with Taylor.
The way to do that one with Taylor is put him in a fucking monkey knife fight. If you don't have monkey knife fight, Jonathan Taylor can get you the win on monkey knife fight by himself. So
I'm going to give you the way to do that, Bill. Take Jonathan Taylor and Colts to win -170.
Could, but take Jonathan Taylor and monkey knife fight, and you get 1.5 times your money.
Yeah.
Without -380 or 400. Put him in a monkey, which we'll have plenty of those plays. So sign up and get in on our monkey knife fight. Use code 4deep100 for 100% for new users only. You get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. 4 deep, 100 on monkeyknifefight.com.
Yeah, and that's the, like I said, it's the easiest money you can make in the whole entire industry. There's
but
nothing
in every monkey. You have every touchdown parlay that we're gonna have because you get that 350 right down to plus money.
Yeah, and for him,
Nikos, you didn't give me the fucking NHL bets.
He gave me
it doesn't
an
even
NHL
matter.
bet.
For Taylor, it doesn't even matter who the other 2 players you pick.
Right? Yeah, if he scores 2 touchdowns, it doesn't even matter who the other 2 guys are. Yeah.
Those gave me one, Tommy.
All right, so yeah, you go Jonathan Taylor and Pittman, and then just pick a Texan. Go Brandon Cooks, and you're good. Jonathan Taylor probably gets it by himself. What was Ghost hockey play?
So Ghost.
So you know what the funny thing is? We skipped over NHL bets, and the only person in the chat that cared was Nikos.
I didn't even realize you skipped over it. I would have said.
I forgot Nikos still worked here.
Edmonton. He likes Edmonton tonight. He is willing to lay the minus 220 on the 2.5 team total. He said should play 3 at worst, and you could play the 3.5. So that's what he likes. Edmonton, their team total, 3.5, and if that's
2.5 to 3.5.
Yep, there you go, Ghost.
Cool. All right, get to some more NFL bets here. The props are light. So we'll go through the sides. Hoff,
yeah,
what do you?
Why aren't, like, maybe because of injuries?
I don't know.
Really know.
I don't know. Maybe they're getting killed on people jumping on the props early or something. Maybe they're waiting.
We spoke about that last night.
Yeah, the props are moving 10 yards. So I mean, maybe they're just letting other books open them first now so that they can see what they're light on and post them properly. But I've noticed that too. There wasn't that many props when I was looking this morning. On the this weekend, obviously, we have a lot of games over a touchdown. Vikings 7.5 to the Lions, Arizona 7.5 to the Bears, Bucks 10.5 to the Falcons, Colts 10, Eagles -7. Let's see what other ones are over 7. 13 for the Rams, 9.5 for the Chiefs versus the Broncos. So Sir William of Rupsville, outside of the Taylor thing, is there anything else that you're looking at here right now?
I mean, like I said, the props are none of the props are up. I went over it this morning.
No, on the sides or anything?
No, nothing really yet. Sides I do last minute. Once you get all the injury news, it's hard to take sides now. It's easier to do props during the week, but the sides now, you can't really do anything until you know who's playing.
All right. Hoffman, anything for the NFL this weekend? Any monkeys? Anything?
Yeah, I'll give a monkey for the Chargers-Bengals game. I think there's going to be a ton of points scored in that game. Outside of Taylor, Eckler is scoring the most touchdowns in the NFL, so he'll be in it. I think I'm going to do Eckler, Mixon, and Jamar Chase.
I like it. Eckler Mixon alone will hit that.
Yeah.
The third guy.
Chargers stink versus the run. We all know that.
So on that monkey, you could do the
2.5.
More touchdowns, right?
Yeah, 2.5, get 3-1 or 4-1 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, because you can get one guy. Those
2.5 is 4x the money.
Yeah. That's what I would do easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at this is looking like a teaser week for me. I mean, this is a situation where the Colts are going to beat the Texans. I mean, we have to just, if the Colts don't beat the fucking Texans, it's every week.
There's a teaser that goes wrong.
Right. Every week, the fucking biggest favorite that seems like the most obvious ends up fucking everyone.
It's going to be Atlanta or this game. That's what it's going to be.
You think is that why you wear your Atlanta hat?
You know it.
That's why I wore this Atlanta hat. All right. So there is a couple opportunities here. Obviously, I'm going to dig a lot deeper into these. I'm going to give you one right now. I like the Washington football team getting 2 points, probably even buy that up to 3 versus the Raiders. I know they're going east to west. I know it looks horrible. There's a lot of things on there where everyone's going to say, no, don't bet that. I just think this Washington football team is starting to get better. I think they're about to turn it around. And they got all their weapons back. They got Logan Thomas back. They got fucking Curtis Samuel back. They're starting to look like the team that a lot of us bet on to potentially win the Super Bowl and definitely win the NFC East. So very difficult for me to not have a little affinity towards them. So I think they come out. I think they do really well. This is my favorite bet of the weekend. I think the Vegas side is the trap on this one. So I'm going Washington football team as my favorite side. And again, with the props, it's fucking really hard to find any props right now. So it's when the props come out, we'll tell you this weekend on the site. But there's not much out there right now. We gave you Taysom Hill over rushing last night. That blew through. So hold on to that money. Come sign up, 4dbets.com, and check it out. So let's bring the MMA guy coming in hot and sideways.
Oh, boy.
Do we have Constantino? Bring me con man. Whoa!
Hey!
What the fuck? You're actually normal.
He's connecting to audio, though.
No, he's not normal.
I knew there had to be something.
Oh, he's not connected to the audio.
Yeah, I made a mistake, by the way. I was reading the name because I was rushing. But Washington Redskins. Washington Redskins.
I was going to say.
You said you never refer to them as the Washington.
I know. I can't
You've done
believe
it a lot lately. You're
I would, I know, because when I'm rushing and I'm all over the place and we're running low on the clock, I'm reading my stuff that from the fucking FanDuel page.
Are you more PC now?
Yeah, no, my bad on that. Fuck the football team. I love the Redskins.
Mike, your audio's not connected yet.
Yeah, I mean, we almost had a clean entrance here, guys.
I mean, what is this? What week is this?
Hello?
He's
we got it.
You got to turn the sound off the show.
You've done it a lot lately.
Yeah, I'm going to
Turn
mute
the
it.
sound off the show.
He's gonna get it right one day.
Hello?
Come in.
Can you hear me now?
Mute the YouTube show.
I don't have the YouTube show on.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, Mike. You're right, Mike. You don't have it on. It just came on when you came on.
I don't.
You're right. Now you don't.
Holy shit, is that the Hoffman?
You see how dead ass he just tells us like we're fucking stupid that he doesn't have an on belt?
Nah.
Dead ass. Constantino, I gotta say. All right, so here's my review. One, looking sexy right now. You're looking nice and tan. You got a good angle. I can't see up your nose. You're looking fresh. You're looking clean. You're looking toit. Looking doit. Okay. Two, the background wall looks like shit. We got to get some stuff on there. We need some pictures. We need George St. Pierre giving you a kiss on the cheek. You playing with Khabib's ear. We need one of those on there. And three, technical difficulties. Yes, you got to get that sorted out, but you didn't come in hot and sideways. I would rate this entrance, Bill, on a scale from 1 to 10. I would say this was like an 8.2 for his scale.
Well, I'm not doing this either.
I'm going to give him a 7 just because he lied about not about.
That's true. We got to deduct a point. So 7.2. Hoffman, what do you rate?
I should give you a 4 for that stupid hat you got on your head.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, isn't it? Hoffman, keep in mind, this is a Constantino scale. So 10 is average. So like an entrance.
I mean, it was like a 7 today.
Like 7, yeah.
How dare you?
That's good. So that was a below average. Well, see, listen, Mike. A normal average thing would be just coming on and having your shit right? That's here. Average.
I mean, our subs do like when he comes in sideways, though.
I mean, maybe it's a thing. Yeah. So we don't.
Sideways is a thing of the past. I'm ready.
I mean, listen, we don't get to see what's in your ear anymore, so that is unfortunate. But Michael, we do have a big card this weekend, a card that you seem to like, the Aldo card on Fight Night here. So what are we looking at for some UFC bets? I got my pen out and I'm ready to rock. So talk to me.
Well, I really like the card. There's a bunch of underdogs on the card I like. There's a bunch of favorites on the card I like. So it's a good mix. I just got word one of the fights that I did like just got canceled, which was a heavyweight fight. So we're down to 14 or 15. There was a lot of fights on this card, but a lot of familiarity on this card. Fighters who I've trained, cornered, coached, promoted. I like it a lot. So we're gonna do for this show. So guys, last time we talked, I was coming hot off a police 911 call at my son's school. I forgot to mention that part last time we were on. I was actually out of school, and that's why the cops responded. Accidental 911 dialing. But one of the fights got canceled that was in our parlay from the free bets, and I believe we won our straight bet, but I wound up using the same fighters, and we added the one, Tommy, which was Yanez that we did talk about on this show, and we wound up making it a 3-unit bet for our subscribers, and it won. So that's part of the value of being a subscriber, is getting those late changes. So if you're not yet a subscriber, sign up. Love this card. Absolutely love Monkey Knife Fight this week. I don't know what the hell's going on, but a bunch of their shit is off based on the fighters that I like, especially since I like a lot of underdogs. So we're going to get a lot of value tomorrow on the Monkey Knife Fight card. Having said all that, we're going to kick it off. We're going to do a parlay free bet plus 215 here with 2 small favorites that I like. Top to bottom, again, I like big favorites. I like underdogs, but we're going to take a couple I feel really good about and put them together and extract plus 215. So the first one is going to be Louis Smolka. He's fighting Vince Morales. Now, the fight card is going to be moved around. due to the cancellation, and they were still weighing in when I got on the show. So I don't know if any more will get canceled. But Louis Smolka, just starting from the top, he's a veteran. He's very well-rounded, tough Hawaiian. He's 17-7 overall with 15 victories inside the distance. He has 7 losses over the span of his career, yet he was only finished 3 times, and they were all by submission. Now, on the other side of this fight, we have Vince Morales, who's 10-5, so not that great of a record. He only has 2 submission victories in his entire career. One was in his first ever fight, and the second one was in 2017 against a 44-year-old fighter who was 3-3. So not much of a submission threat, and it's the only way that Smolka's ever lost. Smolka's very well-rounded, looks in amazing shape. And I think he's going to put it on Morales. I just don't think Morales has the skill set to beat him. But anytime I can get a fighter who can take it to the judges' cards or win with a finish, really like the odds there. So we're going to take Louis Smolka in that fight, and we're going to parlay him with Claudio Puelles. Here's another fight I like. Puelles is 3-1 in the UFC. He's recently training with Sanford MMA. He's going to have a 2-inch height, 4-inch reach advantage. He's 10 years younger. He's a southpaw. He gets 3.5 takedowns a fight. And he's fighting Grutzenmacher, who, as I mentioned, 10 years is senior, but he's just a very plodding striker. We haven't really seen him training. He's training out of his garage. I just think Puelles is on the way up. Grutzenmacher is on the way down. I like taking Puelles and Smolka, putting them together and getting plus 215 for your Stay Cashin free bet parlay of the week.
All right. I like that. I like it. I was trying to mess with my settings here. So plus 215 on that one. This card right now, I'd be remiss not to ask you, because I know when you're betting, you're kind of like me with college basketball, right? You're not just betting the biggest fights that everyone wants to watch. You're betting the biggest edges. So I end up with bets like Charleston and things like that. And you end up with, fights that are the first 2 cards on the fight sometimes, just because there's the biggest edge. But talk to me a little bit before we get out of here about the Aldo Font fight. Jose Aldo's an underdog on this, plus 130. You think Aldo's got anything left in the tank? You think he's got anything for Font? What's your lean on this, even if you don't have an official bet?
It's a real tough fight, and I'd hate to even give out an official lean. I love Aldo. He's one of my favorite fighters ever. He's looked good recently. He's in good shape now. Font is another guy I'm familiar with. I actually talked to him on the phone probably like a month ago to help him with one of his fighters was fighting a New Jersey guy, and I broke down some film with him. So he's very smart. I was really inside his head, seeing what he was seeing, and very smart technical fighter. It's hard for me to really give a pick here, just to throw it out in the wind.
Yeah, no, just anything anyone needs to know then.
Factors on it. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, right now, there's nothing I could really add. I mean, Font has only been finished 1 time in his career. It was by submission, so he's very durable. Aldo's obviously getting up there in age. I mean, he's a former champion, very dynamic, but he has looked good. I mean, he just beat Pedro Munoz, who we all like. He just beat Marlon Vera, who we always bet on. So Aldo's been turning it on. So it's hard for me to bet against Aldo. And based on the price point that I'm seeing, it makes it even harder. You know what I mean? If Font was like a bigger favorite, I would take the value in Aldo, like snap call. But being where the line is, it's very hard. And to Tommy's point, a lot of times we don't bet the main event because they're lined appropriately, right? I like to look for these outliers that jump off the page at me. So I try to give here as the free bets things that like literally just jump out at me.
Yeah. I'm looking at, I'm probably leaning Aldo right now just because, you could almost argue, as good as Font is, that this would be the worst fighter he's lost to since 2005, right? Like every Aldo loss, McGregor, Holloway, Volkanovski, Peter Yan, and Marlon Moraes. Like, although he's had a bunch of losses in a row for a period there.
Even go before that, it's 2 to Holloway, 1 to McGregor.
That's right. What I'm saying, yeah. He hasn't. This would be the worst guy that he's lost to since 2005 when he lost to fucking Azevedo. But
you know what, Tommy, this is the type of fight, because as you know how I play, and guys, with the betting blueprint, which are my thoughts for the UFC card that are released exclusively, through 4 Deep, I play Monkey Knife Fight, I gamble, I bet props, and we play a lot of DraftKings contests. So this fight, and the reason why I don't have such a betting angle on it is because this is the perfect fight for me to really use in 100% of my lineups in DraftKings, because as mentioned, Font has only been finished 1 time in his life, and it was by submission. And Aldo's not going to come out and submit him.
He's not going to sell him.
This could be a 5-round action-packed kickboxing match. So I'll probably gain a lot of exposure to this fight by using both sides, not together pretty much, but in different lineups throughout DraftKings, because even the loser here can score good. So I do get my exposure in the, on the overall portfolio on the card in many ways. And like I mentioned, a lot of monkey knife fight bets jump out to me as well. So I'm really not going to force, like, let's say a bet here or maybe not even the night of, but this looks like a fight to me that will, look like a DraftKings fight. Now, if you look at this card, Tommy, again, you mentioned you see a lot of fighters, that you might be familiar with that you do from my gym. So there's a lot of goodness on this card. I really like it a lot.
It's going to be a fun interaction, fun show. I like when there's, a lot of fighters that I know very well too, so you don't have to I get to chime in a little bit when we do our little MMA show on Saturday. So
Mike, where's this fight at? Where's the event at?
This is in Vegas at the Apex.
Oh, because they're starting it late, I see.
It's starting at 7, which is good. I mean, it's a lot to do with college football. A lot of times there's no avoiding it. But this week with the limited amount of games, ESPN holding, the rights to the UFC, they were able to get a late card, which is nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like a late card from the Apex because you're getting the smaller cage. So I don't know if many people know this, but the UFC, they use 2 different size octagons and they're really, really glaringly different. One is a very small that would be used in the Apex and also in smaller venues like the Hard Rock Vegas, Palms Casino. And then you have the big cage, which is like the pay-per-view shows and the big arenas. But what the smaller cage does is it forces the action. If you put 2 guys in a phone booth, you're going to get a different fight than if you're out in a football field. So I like to use that also in analyzing how the fight will take place. So that'll edge into the handicapping, but it is the small cage at the Apex.
Yeah, which is
and Dana White's got COVID. He won't be there.
Yeah, I always wondered why they don't use the small cage for the pay-per-view, which is the one that you want the most action where people are watching. But I guess it's because you want a purer, cleaner victory in those because, those fights are more important, right? Whereas the fight night shows tend to be a little more for show and to build a fan base, I guess.
It's a funny story. When we first started with the UFC, first one was a pay-per-view card, UFC 87 in England, and it was at the O2 Arena, which is a massive arena, and the cage was just so big. And I'll never forget saying, like, holy shit, this is the biggest cage I've ever seen. Because, in the regional scenes, you're in like these man-made fences, and especially back then, I'm talking 2006, 7. And then, we had about 3 fights in the UFC. And then all of a sudden we go to like Omaha, Nebraska, or wherever we were at, a small venue, and we're looking at the cage. And I remember looking at my fighters and I'm like, am I losing my mind or this cage looks small? And then Bert, Tommy, ironically, who at the time was the UFC coordinator, is like, nah, baby, here's how we do it. And I never knew it. Even when we're 3 fights into the UFC, I never even knew there was a secondary cage at the time, So who knows if a lot of these fighters even know it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be drastic training for something like that. All right, we're a little over. Constantino, did you have a quick play or two for the NFL? Anything you love before we get out of here?
You're not going to like me, buddy, because I know it's your team, but I really like Philly this week in this spot. I think they're going to dominate the Jets on both sides of the ball. I don't think the Jets have any answer to stop the Philadelphia run game. I really like the Eagles in a teaser spot. Take it down to a pick 'em or a parlay piece for this week. I mean, that really jumped off the page at me. So
that's fine. I want the Jets to lose every game. Lose every game so that we can get a higher draft pick.
Oh yeah, that really worked out in the past with Blair Thomas and Zach Wilson and
you leave Zach Wilson alone.
And,
you leave Zach Wilson alone.
Band of losers that the Jets have drafted over the years.
You leave Zach Wilson alone.
Kyle Brady, tight end.
Zach Wilson.
Bunch of fucking losers that.
John Heyman just tweeted his Hall of Fame ballot for baseball. Remember we were talking about it? So his picks were Barry Bonds, Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent, Scott Rowland, and Kurt Schilling. He left
completely related to the Jets-Eagles game.
Yeah, no, I was just saying because there's a tweet. He left A-Rod off. So
good. It's not A-Rod's final ballot.
Philadelphia line.
Yeah, A-Rod. No, this is A-Rod's first one.
Yeah, of course. Dude, those steroid guys aren't getting until their last one.
Barry Bonds. This is Barry Bonds and Schilling's last ballot.
Yeah, Schilling and Bonds need to be put in. 100%. Fuck A-Rod. He's a fucking cuck, but they'll end up.
He voted for both. So
yeah. I would vote Bonds, and I would vote Clemens. Isn't Clemens on this one too?
Yeah, he didn't vote for Clemens. He did Bonds and Schilling though.
I would. Schilling has to get in just because he did a No Mercy podcast with me a year ago. So that
was a good show, by the way. If anybody didn't see that one, they should go on the archive.
That was a good one. The Schilling one was great. But anyway, we're way over time. So Let's get out of here. Final words, Luke Hoffman.
Nothing. Let's win some money this weekend.
Final words, Bill Rupp.
Collect on Monday.
Oh, dude, I thought you were going to follow Hoffman's like you usually do for Night Gross.
No, I only follow Ghost. No one else.
All right. Sorry. Wow. He's got loyal to you, Night Gross, you weirdo. Michael Constantino, final words.
I have final words. Sign the fuck up at 4 Deep Bets and also Monkey Knife Fight because I really, truly see major opportunity for tomorrow on Monkey Knife Fight. And the only way you get it, sign up for 4 Deep Bets.
Number 4, Deep
UFC Betting Blueprint.
The betting blueprint. Evan
Revolutionizing the UFC betting.
Oh, changing the landscape. Evan Hand.
Sign up for 4 Deep Bets, Monkey Knife Fight, and MyBookie with the code Tommy100. Free deposit bonus, 100% deposit bonus with code Tommy100.
Tommy100, MyBookie, 4 Deep 100, Monkey Knife Fight, and VIP 55 is written on the website, so I don't even need to tell it to you. Just go right there. But get the fuck involved, you fucking cucks. Get the fuck involved. If you're freeloading watching this show, I've given you literally 10 straight free bets. If you don't have enough fucking money to sign up, then you're the problem. Stop watching. Go tell your friends to sign up then.
Get my parlay and use the funds to sign up.
Yeah,
let's
fucking
go.
Jesus Christ. I mean, even if I made you fucking $10 a bet, you could have fucking bought a week pass. 10 the fucking money and get in here. We got 100 more bets coming this weekend. I'm obsessed with this weekend. I love the NFL slate. Obsessed with the college football. I love the college basketball. And this shit's going to be going on. We got bowl season starting. College football's not over. It's just beginning. We got bowl
Georgia,
season.
Alabama. It's going to be
We're
fun.
about to go fucking ham. So for Bill Rupp, Brian Healy, the weird guy in the chat who comes on here sometimes and says fucking things in meepy little tones, Luke Hoffman, Evan Hand, and the MMA guy who did not come in sideways and hot, Mike Constantino, came in looking like a gem, got rage fueled, all horny in the chat, saying he's the second best looking guy he's ever seen. I am
first?
Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!